Hey everyone, Professor Snart here. Just checking in as we really wind things down. So we've just had the due date for Unit 10 pass. That was Monday, and it's Tuesday now as I record this. As I mentioned before, Unit 10 is really just a process unit. So you're working on obviously writing the paper, but doing an outline, continuing the research, rereading, primary texts, maybe looking for quotations, just general sort of writing, organizing, drafting, all that sort of stuff. So now we move into Unit 11, which is the last phase of our class. And so there's two components and two due dates associated with Unit 11 here. The first is Thursday, May 5th, so just around the corner. And the idea in this sort of first half of Unit 11 is to post your paper, hopefully in completed form. I mean, get it as far done as you can. Post it to the discussion board, and you'll just be exchanging within a peer group, and these are listed in Unit 11. So what often happens is that people will post their paper by, hopefully earlier than Thursday, but sometimes, again, because of our quick schedule, not till Thursday fairly late. So as long as you post your paper by the due date, you're on time. The idea, of course, is that you post your paper, but also provide feedback to the people who posted their paper within your group. But again, that can get complicated if people don't post until quite late, and then maybe you don't get to them until the Friday, if not a little bit later. So the key thing for the due date is just posting your paper by that first due date, which is again Thursday, May 5th. And then, of course, the rest of the time until our final due date, Monday, May 9th, you can hopefully get the feedback back from your group members, incorporate that into your paper, and just clean up all the loose ends so that you're ready to submit that final paper. Of course, by Monday, May 9th, at the very latest, if you're kind of ready and just ready to be done and get it out of your hands, you can always go ahead and submit earlier. But I always suggest checking back into Blackboard, or certainly checking your email, and again, check your student email. Because if there's been issues, technical problems, the file didn't attach, whatever, something weird happens, I will get back in touch with you immediately and get you to resubmit that paper so I have it in Blackboard. So again, we want to deal with those kinds of issues sooner rather than later. And they do happen, and Murphy's Law, they always happen at the worst time. So not a big deal, but we do want to take care of those. They'll probably check in at least one more time, but again, just a reminder that at this point, you really want to be having a pretty substantial draft of your paper completed, sources in place, obviously the topic and the thesis are in place, again, just sort of revisiting, maybe now would be a good time to go back to Unit 9 and just double check those requirements to make sure you've got them all in place as far as what kind of sources, how many, and all that sort of thing. Like I've said a number of times now, any major errors in that arena and you're really going to suffer as far as the grade goes. So always better to double check, check into the unit again, double check with me if you're still having questions. Use all of the resources at your disposal to be successful for this, final paper in our course here. So I'll leave off for now, and again, as always, just be in touch if you have any questions, and I'll check in the next couple days.